Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Okay, don't make me mad, y'all. This morning. Don't make me fighting mad now. Okay. There are 8 dimensions of wellness. Okay. Can anybody tell me what those 8 dimensions are? Yes.
Spiritual.
Yeah.
Oh, I was counting them.
Okay. Spiritual.
Education.
Education.
Entertainment.
Not entertainment. We already covered, not sex. We just talked about sex, but intimacy. Okay. Spiritual, we already covered. Assets.
Vocational.
Vocational. How about living situation? Leisure and recreation.
Financial.
That's assets.
That's all.
That's it.
That's all.
Okay, so those dimensions are living situation, education, assets, vocational, leisure and recreation, health and wellness, intimacy, and spirituality. Those are your 8 domains of recovery. I want you to remember those names. It's difficult to remember those names, but these are what we use in our lives. These are the most important domains in our lives that we live by. If you incorporate these domains in your life, you can have a pretty successful life. The spirituality that we talked about last week. It's good to be spiritual. It's actually necessary to have some type of spirituality if you want to stay grounded. We talked about intimacy. It's okay to be intimate. It's okay to have someone love you and you love them back and you share a bond. It's okay. It was embarrassing for some of you, but even that's not uncommon. It's common that people with mental illness have some type of embarrassment about intimacy. But we're going to learn how to live. Again, we're young and vibrant. So, okay, health and wellness. I take my health very seriously. That's one of the reasons why I went to the different lifestyle change and lost 30 pounds. So, I take my health and wellness as serious as I take a lot of other domains. Okay? Leisure and recreation. We have to have some recreation in life. We have to get out and move and jump and stretch. Tennis. Going to the gym. Weightlifting now. Tennis is about to end. So I have to find another activity over the winter. And that's going to be weightlifting. So I'm going to continuously stay active. I put them in my goals. And I'm going to continuously stay active. There's vocational. Vocational. How many of you think about going back to school? How many of us want higher education?
I already did it.
Okay. How about teaching? How about giving back? Okay. Okay. How about assets? What we have, what we're trying to accomplish. If we have any stocks, if we have any bonds, if we have a skill, those are assets. So keep assets in mind. Education we covered, and living situation. How many of our living situation improved? What can we do to improve our living situation? What's next? Home ownership, to rent,
Purchasing a car, maybe.
purchasing a car? Yeah, absolutely. So these are questions that we ask ourselves in these 8 domains of recovery. So I want everybody to make goals based on these domains. We have one more class after this. Then you're on your own well, you'll never be on your own, because as long as the Recovery Center exists, you'll never be on your own. But it'll be time for you to take these domains and make them work for yourself. I can't be here for you to make those goals. Those goals have to come from within, and you have to stick to those goals. So I challenge you guys to take these domains serious. Let's see if we can apply these domains to our life and see if we can be successful in areas. Some domains need more attention than others. That's okay. Some domains, again, are going to make you uncomfortable. That's okay. It's all right to be uncomfortable. But we have to live with these domains. And it's okay to practice these domains on a daily basis. Make them goals. Seek to better your life with these domains. So, having said that, what we're going to do is we're going to go around the room. I'm going to allow this to be your class. I want you to talk about, one, your experience, maybe two, tell your story. I'm going to give you about 3 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes to, you can ask questions, you can give advice, you can tell what your story is, this is your class, okay? Use your time wisely. I'm going to have to cut you at a certain time because we only have a certain amount of time. So, with that said, who wants to go first? Bob, you go first. Tell your story, Bob.
I know this may sound like disappointing news, but I told you as my goal last week I would watch Mass.
Yes.
Well, I was watching it this morning, and it's getting towards the end part of the Mass on television. And the bad part is, all the power was cut out.
Oh, so you didn't get to finish your Mass.
It went out, all the power went out, and Dave has a job right down the street from where we live at. He said all the power went out there too.
Okay.
Where he is, so.
I'm sorry to
So
hear
I
that.
missed watching.
That's okay. Well, we're okay with that. Okay, come on and tell your story, Bob. Tell me a little bit about Bob. America wants to hear you. Tell you a little bit about Bob. And
Well, you mentioned about tennis and those other sports. Mine's mainly in the baseball, football, basketball, and I like to play and watch those sports.
Okay. So, what about Bob? What does Bob think? What does Bob want? What did Bob get out of 8 Dimensions of Recovery? What did you get out of this class?
I'm happy that I achieved living in my own apartments the number of years I did and how long I've had my part-time job.
Okay, so you appreciate your living situation.
Yeah. This program.
Okay, this program, but 8 Dimensions of Wellness. Are we going to practice these domains?
I'll try to.
You'll try to. Are we going to apply these domains to our life? Okay, that's all I wanted to hear. Okay? All right, David, let's start with you. And we're going to end with you. What's your name again?
Zoe.
Zoe. I should remember that. All right? So we're going to end with you. Just a little bit of information. You can tell about your experience with working with mental illness. Okay? David, I'm going to give you 3 to 5 minutes. I'm going to have to cut you, David, down. But if you go a little too over, I'm going to have to. Okay? All right. Let's go, David.
Okay, well, started out with more like schizophrenia type things, voices and stuff like that, and thinking I'm being followed all the time and all that. And a lot of bad stuff was going through my mind. I thought I was being picked on, and then my mom died, and I thought somebody killed her.
Wow.
Yeah, I really did. And it's even hard to shake that to this day. And I live with that. And it really bothers me. And that's the hardcore part of it. But lately, I've been getting out more, helping people. That makes me feel good. So I absolutely love to do that. And also I like sports like Bob over there. He's Mr. Sportsman over there.
Yes, he is.
He is, but I like football better than baseball.
Oh,
But
don't
the
we all?
Bengals are sad.
Oh, don't
let's
you
not
talk
get
about my Bengals.
I rooted for them, then I said, nope, after Steelers Day. No.
Okay.
Well, anyway, getting off track here, but I did get a part-time job now,
Mhm.
which I haven't, had a job for about 10 years. So it was a new thing for me.
Okay.
And it's been a good experience. I mean, they've been treating me well over there.
Okay.
They know my situation and they like it. They work with me.
Okay.
So it's a good plan, and that's basically what I do is I help people and I give to people my time.
What did you get out of 8 Dimensions of Wellness?
Well, there's all kinds. I'm working on the financial aspect now with the job. I'm trying to build up some money
Okay.
and then I want to get some furniture.
Okay.
I mean, I have furniture, but it's really beaten down.
Right. Right.
And I really need to get some new furniture.
Okay.
So that's my next goal, and then go on from there.
Okay.
Socialize a little more,
Okay.
get out.
Okay.
So,
You're doing excellent. You've come a long way since the day I met you. Do me one more favor.
what?
Talk about your weight loss.
My weight loss, well, it started before I came here. actually.
Okay.
I started to feel a little better with the medications were finally starting to work. And so I decided that I want to get off the medications that were causing my weight gain.
Mm-hmm.
So I got off of them, and then it didn't really help, so I had to go on a specific diet. First off, I went on the Atkins diet.
Okay.
But I rebounded back from that. I went down
Okay.
to 300 pounds and I went back up to 370. Started out at 427. I
Okay.
said, I'm not going back up over 400, so I started eating right.
Right.
I ate vegetables, a lot of vegetables,
Okay.
and drink a lot of water. I
Mhm.
got only one kidney, so that's an important part of my life.
Okay. How much total weight did you lose?
Over 200 pounds.
Over 200 pounds. Wow. And I think I done something with my little 30 pounds, but you lost over 200 pounds.
Right.
We are very, very proud of that, your effort, your commitment. That's what makes our recovery worthwhile.
Okay.
So, very good. Justin.
I'll bring up two things.
Okay.
One thing is, this class I got out of this class, I need to learn to take care of myself
Mhm.
more than I take care of other people.
Absolutely.
Whether it's assets, financial, the housing, just anybody, And I learned how to do this weekend, Had a visit with my son, and I cut the visit early to go get my hair cut.
Okay.
And that's taking care of myself.
Right.
I thought of this class, and I said, hey, this is what I need to do. When I get out, I gotta take care of myself. It can't be 24/7 with my son.
Right.
And that, along with goals,
Right.
the goals that I practice, going with my son, and, last week I said I was gonna get a haircut and
Right.
get dinner. We went to dinner, we went to Swain Park, but we also, me and my nephew got our haircuts, and my son didn't need one, so he didn't go.
Okay.
But I went anyway and cut the visit early.
Okay.
So that, that's, I'm really proud about that.
I am too. I am too.
And all my goals are based around my son, but I'm really, really starting to think about that way.
Right. Right. It's got to be about justice.
It's got to be.
Before you can provide anything to your son,
Right.
you have to be satisfied. You have to have your personality, your personalness together. So
And if God lets me willing, you know, he'll let me not think of my son as much as I do.
Okay, no, but you have to,
I gotta think about him, I understand, I gotta think, I love him to death.
We understand the balance, we
But I
trust
just- I
me.
gotta have a balance, you're right.
Okay, we're gonna go to Melvin, because you had, okay. Melvin!
Sorry, I didn't interrupt.
How everybody doing today?
All right.
Well, start out, I always thank my case manager at the townhouse for putting me over here. Of course, she helped me with everything. She done resigned. She resigned last year from the townhouse.
Okay.
She worked for the townhouse for about 50-something years. And she put me over here, took care of my housing.
Okay.
Put me in the direction of getting good housing. and
Okay.
everything. And then, as a result of that, I just give it back to other people.
Okay,
And I wrote the summary on recovery.
okay,
It's been about a year and a half. I got the original copy at home in the folder. I got it in the frame.
okay,
Maybe one day I'll bring it back.
please.
Have it enlarged. But, yeah, I've been thanking these people all the time, so the best that I could do is just give thanks and respect to people that's in these programs.
Right.
Because they help you in the long run.
Mm-hmm,
And I never brag about myself because it was just my focus that carried me this distance.
mm-hmm,
'Cause my focus was like this, just to be good at what you're doing and just stay at that. I ain't got to prove nothing to nobody.
absolutely.
Like when they ask me things like, I hate to say it because I know they put their minds wondering. Like they ask me like, what's my sobriety, you know? And I say like, 20 years.
Mhm.
I've been in town for 20 years.
Very
That's how
good.
long I've been clean.
Oh, very good.
But I always say that I've been sterilized.
Okay,
You know, that's what it is, 20 years, because you don't drink and get high and stuff like that.
right.
Your perception and your chemistry and everything, it changes.
I agree, I'm
'Cause I
sure.
had to lose weight.
Okay.
I was 212. I'm down to 190-something pounds.
Okay, very good,
They let me
yeah.
know when I go in and get a checkup, what my weight and stuff is. But they tell me to slack up, go drinking so much milk. I drink 2 gallons of vitamin D a week, but I was slacked up. I'm down
Okay.
to just a gallon.
Okay.
But I had a little small milk on the way.
Ah, we got you.
But I always respect people.
What did you get out of the recovery center
Well, I got.
with these domains?
Out of that 8 domain, I started to write about it last night, because I know you said for us to have something written.
Right.
I started to write it last night, but I got kind of tired. But I wouldn't expect you to give us a chance to expound on it.
Right.
But, yeah, I got assets and living conditions,
Mm-hmm,
and I always have leisure with me.
okay,
Because that's what keeps me active.
absolutely.
I blends my leisure time along with all my free time.
Okay.
Keeps me active.
All right,
But yeah, that and finances.
right, assets, right,
Yeah, I got that. And then my focus has always been, believe it or not, my focus has always been lucrative.
okay,
You know, how to save a little bit, how to spend a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm always thinking ahead of time. Like me, like I gotta get my winter coats in the cleaners by Friday.
okay.
Because I think the weather can start dropping next week.
Yeah, it's gonna start to get cooler. All right, thank you.
And now, oh yeah, I forgot to mention.
Okay,
got my ride fixed up.
all right, ready for the rental? Winter? Winter?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm ready for the winter.
all right,
Okay.
good. What about you?
Well, I did get my emails done, I finally got.
Woohoo! We got a goal accomplished.
So 2 months, I haven't been able to check them in 2 months.
Oh, wow, I know that was a lot.
Day before yesterday, I made an appointment to see the doctor, and I saw the doctor yesterday.
Okay.
I got approved for Medicaid. Medicare says, oh, we cover so much, and then they send you a big fat bill.
Right?
So I
Yeah.
just wouldn't go to the doctor, and I wasn't taking any medication because I didn't have Plan D. But with Medicaid, now I've got Plan D.
All right.
Which kicks in at the beginning of next month.
Okay,
And Medicaid I'm already in the system. So I
Right.
don't have to be afraid to go to the doctor.
right,
And he wasn't, I've always had problems with blood pressure, but that's because I've always lived in chronic pain.
Right.
And it makes your blood pressure rise. So I got a steroid shot in my knee yesterday.
Okay.
And he referred me to an orthopedic surgeon so I can possibly get it replaced.
Okay.
And he told me that I should be on more pain medication. I said
Okay.
I was afraid to take it because it makes your blood pressure rise. And
Yeah.
I don't want to take that stuff. I've already got blood pressure problems. He said it won't if I eat regularly and all that. But I've been so sick for the past couple of months. You can't think clearly when everything hurts and you can't move around. You can barely walk across the floor.
Yeah.
So after that steroid shot, I was able to do my emails this morning, get up, take a nice refreshing shower, get
Okay.
clean clothes on,
Awesome.
and rather than putting on the same old clothes from the day before and all this kind of stuff.
Right.
And went through just a big pile of papers, and I found my Medicaid card, which was really just a piece of paper. My roommate has a card, like a piece of plastic.
Right.
So I was feeling, from family services, where's my card? But it comes like as a piece of paper that you fold.
Right.
So I wasn't looking for that, so they said they were gonna reissue me another one. And so I'm gonna check that. I found the first one, I thought, well, if it's two different numbers or something like that, but if it's the same number, I'll keep one as a backup in case I lose it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But I'm gonna follow through on a regime. I have a inflammation in my intestines, which is what's making me so sick.
Okay.
So the steroid shot helped with that.
Okay.
And finally got that bad tooth taken out of my head. So, so if with all the different aspects of, keeping a healthy life, if I can take care of my body,
Mm-hmm.
then everything else falls into place. But if I'm so
Absolutely.
sick, I'm just sitting there staring off into space, unable to move, nothing else is taken care of.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
now that I'm back on my feet and I'm moving around a little bit, it's like, okay, make an appointment to see the orthopedic surgeon. But
Okay.
my doctor wants to see me before I make that appointment.
Okay.
And he
Okay.
wants me to get a sleeve at some place to check my blood pressure.
Right.
On a
right.
daily basis.
On a daily basis.
Because it's
Yeah.
always too high. I'm very
Okay.
fortunate. I haven't popped a cork or something up there. It
Okay.
screams sometimes, so I'm very fortunate and grateful for that.
Absolutely.
But if I can keep this thing going, if I can keep it healthy, then everything else falls into place.
Sky's the
I take care of
limit.
it,
Absolutely.
So I'm real happy with that.
Okay. Good. What you get out of here? What?
No, well, I haven't been really very often.
That's all right.
I mean,
You came and your insight has been excellent since
Yeah,
you've been there.
so I have, just keep making the commitment to check emails, because everything gets backed up.
Okay. So,
And, I've got I've got a bank account I haven't been able to check because I've been so sick. Maybe I'll do
Okay.
it tomorrow, and it just went on for 2 full months.
okay.
So, I was finally able to check things this morning, but
Good.
I think that it wasn't like, I didn't feel like I was procrastinating, I just didn't know what to do to get well. Until the
Absolutely.
Medicaid came through, and I said,
Okay.
now I can go to the doctor, Thank
Right.
God.
Okay.
So, and I'm very grateful also that I have a guest from out of town, from Florida. Her husband and her mom are down in Florida, but she has a life and friends up here, and I'm part of that circle of friends. And she has a lot of congenital problems. She has some kind of autoimmune thing and a lot of intestinal stuff. The
Okay.
doctor thought I might have had this rhinotorticulitis or whatever it is, when you
Okay.
get things in your intestines and stuff. And she understands chronic pain, so it's been very frustrating for me to try to integrate myself with mental illness in a world with people who do not suffer from chronic pain.
Right.
Because they say, why are you so lazy? And it's like, I'm not lazy, I can't move.
Yeah.
So, she's been very helpful having her in the house.
Right.
Not for somebody to complain to, but because she understands what's going on.
Yeah.
Rather than being around normal, healthy people that just are clueless because they don't have that experience.
Yeah.
Everybody experiences acute pain, you fall down, you break an ankle, or you stub your toe or something, but constant chronic pain, and that was going into the mental illness and making the bipolar yo-yo and this.
Absolutely.
But she understands this.
Okay.
So it's good to have somebody around that knows what's going on.
Okay.
So so you don't have to try to explain it to somebody that doesn't have that kind of experience. So
Okay.
I'm real happy to have her, which I'm gonna ask that we make a little party up in my bedroom, and get that bedroom cleaned up.
Okay.
You know, make a little party, play some music.
Yeah, that can be a
You know,
goal.
and just, just two friends up there, here, help me clean the bedroom.
Okay.
Because I want to wait till the temperature drops.
Oh,
My
okay.
central air broke down, and it's so hot up there.
Absolutely.
I can't work in that
Right.
room.
Yeah.
I know.
Pressure, high blood pressure.
It's just
too.
awful.
Yeah.
So I just, good, the temperature's gonna drop.
Okay.
Open up the windows and keep those fans going, and then we'll have a little party up there, you know.
Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you for
Okay,
sharing
thank
that.
you.
Dee Dee! Hey, Dee Dee! Dee Dee, give me a little bit of what's going on, how these 8 dimensions has helped you, and just, what are you getting out of this?
Well, one thing is I'm advocating more for myself.
Okay,
I finally did get, or I will pick up a voucher on the 7th for new housing.
all right, you've been working on that for a while, all right. Very good, very good. Okay, keep going.
I have now been 25 years clean and sober.
All right, woo! All right, Dee Dee! All kind of accomplishment. Okay, keep going.
And both of my universities are having their 100th year anniversary.
Okay, are you going?
Well, I can't afford the mounts, the
Right.
college mounts, well, now it's university. But I may go to the UC one. That'll
Okay,
be 100 too.
okay, all right. So, what has the Recovery Center done for you?
It's helped me advocate more for myself,
Uh-huh,
and to teach me to use the skills I learned in college.
okay, all right,
And of course, finding housing,
okay,
affordable housing.
all right. That, the living situation is one of your domains, so that's being taken care of. That's, that's good. You've been looking for this for a while. You've been working on this for a while. And you said you were going to get it done, and you did. That's what life is about, accomplishing those goals that we set for ourselves. So that's part of the process, and I commend you on doing a great job at that. So we commend you. All right? I'm going to give you a few seconds, a minute or two, to just tell us what it's like working with mental illness.
Well, I've learned a lot since I've been coming to
Uh-huh.
my client. And I think a lot of things that people be thinking, I'm sane.
Mm-hmm.
I always say this, we're not perfect people.
Right?
So everybody has a little something going on.
Absolutely.
Sometimes I think I may be a little bipolar.
Okay.
I'm doing this and doing that. Oh no, let me do this, let me do that. So I mean, you work with it. A lot of things has come up from the 8 things of wellness.
Yeah, 8 dimensions.
Right.
Yeah.
I noticed I try to comprehend and try to look at myself at a lot of things.
Yes.
I question myself, I go back and try to see, where I could do better and be better.
Absolutely.
And trying to be better, I still try to learn more patience.
Okay.
Especially with us as drivers.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of insanity out there.
Okay.
And yesterday when I was over on, for another client of mine, I was over on the fuel. And there was a very bad accident there.
Okay.
So, of course, I pulled over to see if I can assist in anything. I saw this one guy got out the car, and I'm like, wow, I wonder if he's okay, So when he got out, immediately I knew what was happening. He goes back in the car. First he ran over to the other car. He had knocked him all the way up on the curb into the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Both of the cars were totaled.
Oh.
After he ran back from him, I guess to see whether he was alive and well, then he went back in his car and he's filling it in. I'm like, he getting this,
Out of the car.
I knew that's what it was. I don't like to accuse,
Right.
but I knew that's what it was.
Okay.
And then he got his phone out and he was really trying to get away. And looked like, I said, alhamdulillah, Allah stopped him. Because I don't know if we had some internal injuries.
Right.
Or with his legs.
Right.
And the car was pushed up.
Okay.
I'm thinking it might have injured, his lower extremity.
Okay.
And he got to almost the end of the wall where he pushed the other car.
Mhm.
He couldn't go no further. He
Right.
just dropped.
Okay.
So
Wow.
he was stopped.
Okay,
I
stop.
waited until the sirens finally, because you know they had to come all the way from Harrison.
Okay.
So when they finally got there and I heard the sirens and everything, they had blocked me in, but I told them I need to get out because I was still on duty. So they
Okay.
were pretty good with that. And I'm like, man, you in trouble.
Okay.
Insurance and stuff, but I'm like, they gonna take you to the hospital, do what they have to do. You gonna be there with a cop on your door,
Yeah.
and then you going to jail.
Absolutely.
Because he looked up there, and I checked on him, and he was just like sitting up in the car. But I questioned that later on, because he was, I don't know, he didn't have a seatbelt on, and he was pushed to the other side, but he looked like he was on the passenger side.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Well, I'm wondering if I'm thinking the way the car was moved,
Okay.
what's that device? Because he turned him like all the way around.
Okay.
But he just said he hurt everywhere.
Right.
I didn't see any blood, you know, I looked for some of that and some of that.
So you stepped in and helped.
Yeah,
That's
alhamdulillah,
good.
and I felt good about that. I just couldn't, I felt like I couldn't just drive off
Right.
and just leave it. I'm not supposed to really.
Okay.
So,
All right.
I
Thank
learned.
you.
This is a big learning experience for me, and I appreciate a lot of the teachers here, you, and being patient with everybody and
Mhm.
respecting. That's the
Absolutely.
biggest thing.
That's the
Everybody must
biggest
learn
thing
to
is respect.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
That's right. Even if we don't understand, try.
Okay.
You know, because for the grace of Allah, we can be in the same position.
Absolutely. Amanda! Yay!
Hello, hi.
Give us a little insight about how you deal with mental illness, working with mental illness,
Yeah.
and coming to the recovery center and using your skills to better the recovery center.
Yeah, of course. Growing up, I didn't have the greatest childhood, and for a long time, I was in and out of therapy. They thought I was bipolar, things like that. But come to find out, I have CPTSD, which is very symptomatically close to bipolar.
Mm-hmm.
And so because of my childhood, it's hard for me to kind of imagine a future for myself because I was always in that survival mode, always very hyper-vigilant, hyper-aware, anxious all the time, always on, and like scared of a lot of things in my life, like leaving my house or driving far distances or going new places. It was really difficult for me. So the recovery center has really helped me out in that regard because I live about like 40 minutes away from here, so it was a big step for me to drive that distance and drive it every day, and it gets easier every day. And through this class, it also helps me like look at the future because I've never been a very future-oriented person because I'm very stuck in the past. So through this class, it has helped me set goals for myself, even if it's like do laundry or clean your room or get your car ready for the winter. It's really helped me take control of those goals and take accountability of them because Ernest will ask you, did you do your goal from last week? And he'll hold you accountable. So that's actually helped me a lot. Yeah, and so through all of that, it's kind of helped me bring my experience to the recovery center and help show people outside of the recovery center what the inside of the recovery center is like because it's a great place here. It's wonderful. The peer support is awesome, so that's really my goal is to showcase how special this place is.
All right, woohoo! And that was very well said. Okay.
Ernest.
Ernest!
All right, let me go. Okay. Since teaching this class, I've learned a lot about myself. I learned that it's okay to experience bad things in your life, but you have to make a plan. I learned that everything requires making a plan. Even in relationships, I learned how to tell people I love them without being embarrassed about it. I learned about me and what I want intimately. I learned that my living situation is great. I've always said my living situation is just great. I love where I live. I love my condo. Everything about my living situation, down to my turtle. The turtle must survive. I love everything about my living situation. as far as my assets, life is pretty good. I get my VA and my Social Security, so I'm able to pay the rent and eat and do some activities. So, in that respect, I'm blessed. Recreation and health. I'm on the tennis court every day. It's not raining. So, staying busy, staying active. There is no other domain that's as important as that. Because again, I enjoy working out and keep staying active and getting that heart rate up, getting it down. Just seeing what the new me is going to look like in a couple of months after all this weight loss. What am I going to look like? How much am I going to weigh? Things like that I look forward to. So, spirituality. I'm in church every Sunday. I love going to church. Being spiritual is a part of who I am. And I like being spiritual. I like my Catholic religion, our customs, and everything about the Catholic Church works for me religiously. So I'm proud of who I am and what I hope to accomplish and what's next. What's the next adventure in my life? I'm looking forward to that. I don't know what comes tomorrow, but I'll be ready for it. I have tools to when something new come about and I become afraid. I have tools to use to combat that. So, pretty much every of my part of my life has a plan, and with these dimensions, I set my goals based on these dimensions. So, I'm using these dimensions as my everyday compass to guide me. So, having said that, we're going to go to David, and then we're going to come to you. Okay? Oh, you've already. You already spoke. Oh, okay. See,
You're losing it, Aaron.
I'm losing it. Okay, give us a little bit about your dealings with people with mental illness. Give us a little advice and about you being here at the Recovery Center. What do you hope to bring to the Recovery Center?
Okay, I do not have much experience with people with various forms of mental illness, but I kind of do have more experience in like healthcare settings.
Okay.
I've done research for children's when I was in college. I volunteered at children's.
Okay.
I worked at Jewish Hospital for like a summer. I'm in nursing school right now.
Okay, very good. Hey, very good. All right. That's one domain.
That's one domain.
Education.
And I work at children's now,
Okay.
part-time, which is something that I've always wanted to do. The reason why I'm at nursing school is because I did have a job, and it was good on paper,
Okay.
but it really wasn't good for me.
Okay.
And so leaving was a very big jump
Right.
for me to go, just to, quit full-time benefit, just to quit and just go to nursing school.
Right.
But in doing so, I feel like I'm making myself better for it.
No, absolutely.
But then as I continue to go to nursing school, as I, interact with different people and like students or patients or whatever, I'm learning that in order to take care of other people, I have to take care of myself.
Absolutely.
And that's, that's a little hard to practice.
Okay.
I'm married, I have 2 kids, there's
Okay.
always somewhere to go.
All right, Mama.
Yeah, but taking that time benefits me and it ultimately, benefits my family.
Absolutely. All right, very good, very good. Taking time out of her life to better herself. That's what we all need to do.
Can I say something else?
Yes.
And so this is the first meeting of this series that I have attended, and just
Okay.
already hearing that message be reinforced,
Okay.
kind of makes me believe that this is like a good information, this is the right message.
Right.
This is the right step.
Okay.
So, thank you.
All right, very good. All right.
What about the cameraman?
That's what I'm going to next.
Oh,
Okay, yeah. We're going to our most perfect person in the room, as he said. I'm gonna say one thing about Brian. Again, we don't use last names here for your protection. But I've learned a lot from Brian, especially trivia.
Right.
Brian is just the man when it comes to trivia. But even more so, he tapes these classes. He's covered for me a couple of times in different classes. And he's just the overall great, funny guy who will help you in any aspect. So if you have any issues, if I can't help you, Amanda can't help you, Brian will help you. He'll go out of his way to help you. And very kind, very courteous, and I like that about him. So, with that said, Brian, just give us a brief, what does taping this class do for you?
Recording this class, it helps in learning other ways that I could be improving my current situation. I don't have assets. I have a job, but it gives me goals that I can strive for.
Okay.
I have bases that are covered here so far as leisure and recreation, intimacy, and stuff like that. But it kind of gives me signposts that I could go towards to better improve my life. So that's taping this and taping the other class that I do. They provide more information as I continue on my path towards recovery and living with my issues.
Okay, very good. See, that insight. Woohoo! From our cameraman. All right, we still have 15, 20 minutes to go. What about you? Any questions? Anything you want to know? Bob?
Sorry if I interrupted your earlier when you were trying.
Oh, don't worry about that, Bob.
One thing I am happy about, even though I never achieved a college education, I must have not finished high school. I had to receive electrical shock treatments.
Okay.
3 North, 3 South over here at Christ Hospital.
Okay.
And that kicked off a lot of fear and anxiety that I had to undergo.
Okay.
But the last one I was receiving on 3 North, 3 South at Christ Hospital. The last one was at 3 South Christ Hospital.
Okay.
Towards the end of 1987.
Okay.
November, December. And when it got to be a little over 20 years, the doctor said if it's been that long, you probably no longer need to receive them.
Okay.
So now, in November, December this year, which has come up, that's 32 years.
Right.
Since I stopped receiving them. The surgery I had to undergo for ulcerative colitis was towards the end of 1999. We're going in the end of 2019. It's been 20 years for that. Now
Right.
I need surgery again.
Very good.
That kicked off a lot of fear and anxiety too.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm happy about that.
All right. Very good, Bob. We're happy for you too. Justin, give me a question. Any question, Justin? What have you been itching to say these whole 9 weeks?
I think I've said it all.
Oh, okay.
You know,
So life is getting better.
life is getting better.
We're using these domains to satisfy ourselves and move forward. Okay? That's good. That's all we can ask for. That's really all we can ask for. David, you all right over there?
I'm alive.
All right, David. Give me a question, David.
Question?
Or a statement. Or a positive affirmation. Give me something, David.
Just take life as it comes and
Uh-huh.
do the best you can.
Okay.
That's all I do.
All right. Yeah, that's a good statement. All right, Melvin.
Yeah, I wanted to bring something to your attention, since you like to play tennis and everything.
Mhm.
So I've been thinking about that. You like to play tennis a lot.
Uh-huh.
That's your main interest, right?
Right.
So I try to gather something that corresponds. So I think I got it today.
What's that?
Your coordination
Yeah.
and your free agility.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what you perfect when you play tennis.
That's exactly. I'm very agile. I pivot well. Since I've lost the weight, my knees allow me to pivot. You're correct about that. Those are 2 assets that I have on the court. Is that I move well. To be 6'5", I move like the wind. So I do have strengths, and but I have weaknesses on the court too, that I'm not going to tell you because me and Chris played the other day, and I don't want him to know my weaknesses. But that's part of my recreation and leisure, and that again, that's one of the most important domains to me because I work on fitness as much as I do. So, Dee, have you been itching to ask since class 1 when you came? What is it you want to know or say?
Well, for one thing, you said that you wanted to build up muscle and you like tennis so much. Why don't you try racquetball?
Oh, no. Racquetball is a whole lot different than tennis. It's a whole lot different. Everybody see a racket and think, well, there are 2 rackets, so they have to be the same. No. Tennis, you have to cover more area, you have to move a little bit more, you have to serve, you have to strategize. There's a lot to go with tennis. Not to say that racquetball is any lower. Don't get me wrong. But the 2 are very, very different sports. Okay?
Is racquetball the one where you hit it up against the wall?
Yes,
Okay.
that's racquetball. Melvin?
Yeah, it's a matter of fact that the racquetball is tougher than tennis.
I don't know now.
Yeah.
Because you gotta move quickly.
It's faster. It's faster.
All you gotta do is measure, the measurement that's right in there.
Yeah.
You only can go so far.
I agree.
So it'll tear you right down. And there's 2 kind of racquetball. The kind with open hand and with the racket.
Right.
The one with the open hand will tear you down.
Oh, yeah, I heard that's pretty.
I did.
That's pretty tough.
And I played for a little bit and I said, I got tired this time.
Yeah.
And then with the racket, it ain't
Yeah.
that tired because you can just set it any way you want. But when you go
Right.
by hand, oh, it's different. You gotta
Okay.
make sure you put it somewhere where you can send it back.
Okay. So we'll debate whether which is which. I still think tennis is a little bit more physical
No,
exertion
you
because you
are.
have to cover so much area.
That's what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
see, when you inside,
You don't have to cover as much area.
that's
So
right.
you're not
So
getting
you
2-3 miles
you
in.
weigh yourself down quicker.
I ain't gonna disagree with you,
Okay, thank you.
but
More condensed.
but I'm right. And I'm still gonna get you on the ping pong table.
Oh, I'm waiting, but I ain't.
I'm waiting for you, Melvin. I'm waiting on you.
But I think I'm still good.
Okay, I got you.
I still got the championship up in Columbus.
Okay. Well, you in for a battle, my friend. Okay, anybody else want to say something? Bob?
You like to play tennis out on a tennis court?
Yes,
Do you like to play table tennis?
I do like table
Do you like
tennis.
tennis? Play
That's why I'm going to play Melvin and beat him.
I'll whip you up table tennis.
Oh, come on, Justin, bring it on. Justin, bring it on.
Anytime you're ready.
All right. Okay, we're going to plan that. We're going to have an outing one day, and we're going to go to play table tennis somewhere, and I'm going to be the victor.
When I play somebody that's real good, I got a choice. I either play with sandpaper or rubber.
Okay, I use sand.
Somebody that's real like you, I'll play you with rubber.
Okay, I use sand. I can get a better strike off the ball with
Rubber
sand.
make that ball float. You
Yeah.
gotta wait to see where
Yeah.
it land at.
Yeah,
But see, and plus
but sand give you power.
That's right, but it tear up a lot of balls too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. But okay, give me a critique about. I won't say it about me. Oh, give me a critique about me. All right, come on. I can handle it. Make me a better instructor. Give me some strengths and give me some weaknesses.
You guide the class really well.
All right, woohoo, I'll take that now. Give me a weakness.
You're a little too loud.
I am
No,
loud.
no.
I am
You're
loud.
in downstairs.
No, that's what he does.
Ah,
Yeah, it keeps me
That
interested.
keeps it going. That keeps
Okay.
it
I
going.
was
You keep
gonna
you
say
awake,
something
you
about
keep
that
you aware.
because the first few times I came in here, I actually had to close
Yes.
my ears up because it was hurting my head.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm loud.
Ernest, don't pay any attention.
I'm loud. I will stay loud and okay. I'll take that in consideration because it is a trigger to some people.
Yeah.
Some people can't handle loudness, especially.
But that keeps us up and it makes us pay attention. I get in
Thank
some of
you.
these
Yeah,
classes,
it's like
that.
I can't, I fall asleep.
Okay.
Maybe that's just the opposite effect with me. I start tuning it out.
Right.
It's just too much.
Okay, I'm sorry. Well,
It doesn't have to be super soft, but it's like, oh my God.
okay, yeah, I am loud. Do
Well, I
you think
think
I'm loud too?
Yeah, there have been times I'm in the basement and I can hear you up here.
Okay, yeah, I want China to be able to hear me. I want everybody to get this message. This is a great message to pass
Hey,
out.
ask America what they think.
America, what do you think? Hey, this is a good message. And I am loud. I agree with that. And I'll try to tone it down, but
No promises.
that's probably something that I probably can't stick to. I couldn't make a goal out of lowering my voice because I am just loud. Bottom line. Okay, Melvin.
Well, you just know how to gather everybody's attention,
Mhm.
value.
Okay, with value. I agree with that.
Exactly.
Because it'll never all be the same. It be the little things like
Mhm.
this, like, how everybody doing? And all of a sudden you say, okay, like, move that line up a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey, what you doing over there? You know, thinking like, hey, you start to remind me of Lean on Me.
Lean on me.
Remember
Oh,
Mr.
yeah, Joe.
Mr. Freeman. Yeah, Morgan Freeman.
Joe Clark.
Okay, Joe Clark. That's who it is.
But that's the same thing as he wanted to get your attention.
That's right.
Trying to get these kids under control. And
Yeah.
I always personally, I enjoy your voice. I enjoy the niceness I hear in it and the opportunity of listening to you. When I came here, I said, man, where is he at? I haven't heard his voice.
Okay.
Because it's always the voice of happiness and, you know, getting you ready and being involved. You ready to get into your class.
I'll
like
be
going to
ready.
class. I enjoy it.
I look forward to this class. I really look forward. I hope we tape next 10 weeks.
Well,
I hope we tape until we just run out of room to tape on YouTube.
Yeah. Not long ago, I saw Lean on Me. It was on Netflix, and I
Okay.
hadn't seen it in a while.
Yeah,
Right.
I saw it too.
And Joe Clark used that
Megaphone.
megaphone when he was out in a hallway, a huge hallway with a lot of kids.
Right.
And he had to project his voice down to the other end of the school, not in a small room like this.
Right.
I mean, he used a strong voice, but he did not use that megaphone in a room like
Excuse me?
this with a few people.
Right.
You know, so when he was outside or in the school, hey, down there, take that down. You know, so I can see that.
Right.
I can see that. But
Right.
in a room like this, it's like, yeah.
You make a
Okay.
good drill instructor in the military.
Oh, yeah. So, Bob.
Ernest, I think you've been a good staff member.
Okay.
I think you've been very nice, sincere, caring, and helpful of other people.
I try.
I'll keep you in my prayers.
All right.
So you continue to do what you've done real well.
I'm going to try my
And
best.
America listens to Bob.
America loves Bob. Okay, everybody who I talk to that listens to this YouTube, who is Bob? Tell me about Bob. America loves Bob. Okay, everybody, at least in my America, loves Bob. So, before we go, yeah, Melvin.
Oh, well, you know, he got a question mark by his name, but when you look at the conclusion of the film, you'll know that he was kind of smart. You remember, What About Bob?
What about Bob?
That was the movie.
Okay.
Everybody thought he was crazy, even the father of the kids, but he turned out to be very enlightening to the whole family.
I say Bob has been enlightening to this this class. I think he provided a lot of insight, and I appreciate that. I always encourage you guys to ask questions when you don't know something. Your doctor, your caseworker, us, when you want to know something, ask the question. We won't know unless you ask us. So, take time. Get to know your mental illness. Get to know what your triggers are. Get to know what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are. Learn a little bit about yourself. Use these dimensions to learn what is it about me that makes me. Do more than just come to class. Okay? Do more than just sit here and listen. Participate in your classes. Learn. Grow. That's what I challenge you to do. Our sessions is going to be up next week. I'm gonna miss you guys. I'm really gonna miss you guys. I think this has probably been one of my favorite classes that I've given. Not the fact that we taped, but the fact that you guys were involved. And I appreciate that. That makes me feel good as an instructor. The constructive criticism that you gave me is very humbling, and I thank you for that. I hope, in fact, that I see you again in other classes. You're more than welcome to take this class again, but I want to see you in other wellness classes. I want you to take as many wellness classes as possible. Learn about yourself. Learn about what's going on in your mind or what's going on in your heart. Take care of your body. You take care of your body, that too will improve your mental health. So, having said that, we're out.